We journalists are a lot of things.
Tools? Self-important clowns? Full of
We care deeply about accuracy.
You have a very funny way of showing it.
And take seriously the heavy responsibility of being stewards of the public's trust.
They're as trustworthy as the left's Maryland father.
That Maryland father.
A 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 Maryland father.
So what if he is from El Salvador and may or may not have joined a rape gang or jumped the border illegally and beat his wife? That's just getting in the weeds.
Our job is always to have our true north.
We miss our families and significant life moments in service to this job.
I think that's the smell of a Pulitzer. Oh, wait a minute. That's just the stench of our media industry's most elite journalists who gathered around this weekend to take turns wafting the aroma of their own farts. You're watching Woke of the Week with MRC-TV and Culture. I'm your better journalist, Justine Brooke Murray.
The job of journalism is to ensure that we are presenting the facts.
Which means picking and choosing which offenders to blur out.
So I recognize live shots are tough, but I would encourage folks to actually make sure that those shots are blurred to the best of your abilities.
We can't allow people showing public mugshots of aliens arrested for violent crimes.
We don't know if they've had due process.
Because due process means we should be opening our doors wide open for the entire world to flood in with no background check needed and automatically taking their word when they're caught diddling kids. Kids, on the other hand, who are doxxed as racist by those same balanced adults for triggering a mob of wackos with their MAGA hats, are fair game because their thought crime, whether or not they actually committed it, fits with their objective narrative, unlike those illegals actually arrested for crimes.
We are not putting folks that are potentially in danger.
But you know who doesn't require due process to be endangered by our journalist jurors? A teenager for defending himself against a convicted pedophile.
And it's not good that a 17-year-old vigilante, arguably a domestic terrorist, picked up a rifle, drove to a different state to shoot people.
As long as you're a white boy who refused to let a salivating subway bum kill everyone, expect the media mob to pin up your face as a call for a global witch hunt. Aw, you feel unsafe? Just be a more acceptable race, one that deserves social justice.
This is footage of the man police say they were looking for. He has not yet been identified, but we are blurring his face at the moment while charges are pending.
Otherwise, your due process, even after an actual court finds you innocent, doesn't trump the verdict of the network courts who have pointed themselves as the ruling arbiters.
The law is rife with examples of people who are acquitted in criminal cases and yet find justice.
A New York judge in one of America's bluest cities actually ruling according to the law for once? That means it must have been rigged.
We're seeing these lynchings, and guess what? Somebody doesn't go to jail when it comes down to killing one of us.
The judge must be a member of the KKK. But when the same state's DEI Attorney General campaigns on twisting the law to jail her party's political opponent,
I'm running for Attorney General because I will never be afraid to challenge this illegitimate president.
or when an activist judge smirks smugly as he throws a bone to his daughter's Democrat clients, you can count on their media mouthpieces to pat them on the back, because due process means what the left believes is due to them in the court of woke, regardless of what actual law says.
So there has been a violation here that we know for sure, and it is not the judge.
That's the circular logic being applied in the cases of judges who advance their political interests to protect illegal alien criminals from arrest. First, a New Mexico judge and his wife are arrested for harboring a violent member of the Tren de Agua gang and smashing his phone so law enforcement cannot trace more gang leaders. Then in Wisconsin, another judge is arrested for helping an illegal immigrant charged with beating a woman and assaulting others avoid ICE by sneaking him out a back door, and she allegedly did it in her courtroom, right in front of the victims. We should all be outraged, right? But no, a fellow Wisconsin judge has called for a Marxist-style work strike, threatening not to deliver any due process to anyone until her comrade is free, and the media treats her as a hero. And with that, they went back to work telling us the criminal illegal aliens whose photos are posted on the White House lawn are just husbands and fathers refusing to show the images and hiding the truth.
What we are not is the opposition. What we are not is the enemy of the people.
Oh, of course you're not. You're just mouthpiece puppets for the left, making sure their message is duly processed in the media. That wraps today's episode. Make sure you tune into my show every week where I bring you the left's most insane moments and expose their latest attempts to weaken the West. Then hit the like on YouTube, plus on Rumble, follow us on social media, comment below what you think, and don't cave to the leftist media agenda. If you like the work we do here at MRC, please consider donating at mrc.org/donate. It's the best way to help our movement. Thanks for joining us.